I will not advocate for soulmates or twin flames, or there's only one being out there for you. I have one. I've experienced his energy in many different avatars up until this point, and he's coming into my reality here soon. He's very wealthy, very well known, very powerful. He's also part of a very sick and twisted covenant of witches and warlocks, of individuals who use powers. They use energy, they siphon energy off of innocence to empower themselves because they're extremely dark, so they have to pull in the light energy because the light energy is the creator energy, and without that energy, they perish. They don't exist. They cannot create anything on their own except destruction. But yet, this energy, I have been dealing with this energy since the beginning. At first, everything was great. But then sickness kicked in, like a virus. And it's almost like he lost his mind. And decided that, fuck God, I'm going to do things my way, which I commend him for. Okay. You want to go out and explore the void and do it your way? Okay, more power to you. I'm all about freedom. Problem is that you roped me into your bullshit. I fell for your lies, your con, your game, your illusion. I thought that you loved me. You pretended that you loved me, but only used me to siphon my energy and my power so that you could amass your utopia. So you could have your gang of bitches and hoes, even your men that you fuck too, but whatever, I digress. And then siphon me because you knew I was a direct connection to source. And you used all of that light and all of that energy to amass what was the old universal system. Where yeah, you were God for a while. But God isn't stupid. God has a fail-safe in everything. You can't destroy energy. You can't destroy me. But yet, that's exactly what you tried to do. You didn't love me. You didn't want me. You only wanted what I could provide you, what I could give to you, what you could take from me. You wanted what you wanted, and it was all about you. And that mentality started in the ethers. That belief system started in the ethers. Everything starts in the ethers. It never started here in the material plane. The material plane, like I've said many a times, it is only the end of the manifestation process. This is a fucking mirror of the universe so that it could be changed and corrected finally. So that the feminine who has been abused, neglected, beaten, raped, molested, tortured, put into fear, left for dead, abandoned, every vile thing you can possibly think of, her soulmate, her twin flame, did without compunction. Like it was just a normal day. Well, he built his system, her system. that material representation is here. This masculine, who is my equal, who is my twin, is very wealthy. He's famous. I met one of his demons. I actually dated him and I talked about him in a couple other videos. I actually met several of his demons, but this one in particular, Daryl Graham. And yes, I'm going to start calling people out, because what I realized is when I was told to do this YouTube channel, I didn't want to. I didn't want to put myself out there. People are going to think I'm nuts. This is crazy shit. But when God tells you to do something, you do it. Man, I may not understand the reason behind it. It's not about me. So I did. And the reason I've done all this and written all this, and I'm about to start calling people out, is for proof. Because people are going to call me crazy. They are going to discredit me. They are going to call me a kook. They're going to try to kill me, which they've already tried to do. They're going to do all these spells on me, which they've already done. All these rituals, which they did when I was a child. All this black magic, which they've been doing for my whole life as well. All these aliens that come after me. All this bullshit. Please. I've been dealing with this shit my whole fucking life. All the people. Doesn't faze me. So Daryl Graham is a demon. Part of the Graham family. Drake Graham? Ring a bell? Oh, that's right, yes. That would be his cousin. That he talked quite a bit about. He also talked about the family name that his father always preached to him, protect the family name. And he used to tell me all these stories. And I honestly thought that he was a bit out there. Shit, I'm a bit out there. But now that more and more things have become more clear to me, now I'm starting to see. He was telling me the truth. And the things that he was going to do to me and did do to me, unbelievable. He's part of a covenant of witches and warlocks, of demons. People that use black magic, sorcery, who molest and rape children and women at parties. Sound familiar, did he? So that they can siphon that energy to create more power for themselves. They use that power to enhance their abilities, their spiritual / psychic abilities, so that they can amass more power. The Graham family is embedded into everything. Music, the government, the armed forces, monetary system, education system, as well as Hollywood. Yes, they control it all. He made that very clear to me. And he would say, all I have to do is move my web, and people do what I want them to do. What is his web? It's exactly that. It's a fucking web where he entraps people in a victim, and he does this by binding them in energy. Then he siphons off of them, keeps them victimized. He dumps negativity into them. He projects his negativity in them. He also triggers emotional reactions in them. He's just shit starter. But he's right. One pull of the web and he could make a lot of people do what he wants them to do. He's not the only one. I've met many of these fuckers along my journey, purposely so that I could undo this bullshit. But there's this one in particular, this soulmate, because I knew Daryl and John, my ex-husband, they were sent to me by someone higher level. I didn't know who. I thought it was a government official because the government has been tracking me my whole life. They even got my parents involved. That's a whole nother story, but I think I did a video about that, about my mother. That woman's a piece of work. But anyway, this emperor, he's the top of the food chain. I'm the top of the food chain. Except he's the top of the food chain here in the material realm. He has massive power. He's a big dog. He says to do something, people literally jump. He has a gang of bitches and dudes that he fucks, all of them, around him that have psychic powers. They are literally a covenant of witches, warlocks, and demons that sit around, and they are the shadow government, the dark web, whatever fucking shit you want to call it. That's them. They literally have infiltrated everything, even the universe. And they controlled everything. Look at all of the negativity in everything. People are negative all the time. Drama-filled, negative. Watch TV. It's done on purpose. It's these fuckers that are doing it on purpose. Because like Daryl told me, when I said, I want people to be free. I want them to think for themselves, do for themselves, create for themselves. He said, you can't do that. Who's going to control that? Why do I need somebody to control me? Why do I need you to tell me, this is what he did to me, tell me that my belief systems are wrong, but yours are right. And if I don't believe you, then you're going to bind me, bully me, and make me believe what you want me to believe, but I don't have the right to believe that I want to believe? That's fucked up. And fuck you. Daryl used to tell me about these parties. These parties that are coming out of the Diddy scandal. These parties where they would tie women, innocent women and children up, and they would form a line and rape them over and over and over. Then they would take video and pictures to blackmail attorneys, governors, senators, high-level ranking generals. That's what these fuckers do. Then you got this dude. I remember connecting with him a while ago because I knew these people that they were sending to me, yeah, they were powerful, but they weren't powerful enough. I said, there's somebody who's at the top of the food chain here. I want that one. I'm going to take that fucker down. Because that's the fucker that's really caught making all the shots. He's calling all of this out. He's the one, he's the mastermind behind all of this. I don't know his name. I feel him. I hear him in my head. And I have a very big decision coming up about him. Because I don't think he's changed one fucking bit. I'll tell you what's happening though. Because when I infiltrated their web, I infiltrated it with light and I exposed their shit. I exposed all of them. Tore their masks off. And then the dominoes fall. One by one by one. And then the rats start ratting each other out. And eventually these fuckers are going to go to jail where they belong. So that instead of them butt fucking others and then, like Daryl would say, so that we could blackmail them, they'll just get butt fucked in jail. I know that sounds really bad, but that was Daryl, not me. That's not my thing. What's happening now, which I talked about in a previous video, was the splitting of the universe. Like it literally is split in two. There's the dark on one side, the light on the other. Cause I ain't fucking with that shit anymore. I'm not dark. I'm not doing those shitty things. I most certainly am not gonna harm innocent children and women and boys and girls and animals. I'm not doing that. You want to be dark and nasty and go do nasty things? Go do it with your own kind. Go be with your own kind. But here's what you will not get from me: my power, my innocence, my pure light, my pure love. That's mine. I gave it to you. You lied to me. You manipulated me. And I still gave to you because I'm loyal and I love. And you steal, you siphon, and you lie. The opposite. You're never going to change. I'm not coming down to your level. I'm not going to be you. And I most certainly am not going to give you any more energy so that you can build an empire on my back, on my energy, and leave me to die? Fuck you. Now you're the one that's dying. You're about to be exposed. You're about to be publicly exposed for who you are, what you've done, who you've done it with, you and all your other cronies. Your health is fading. You're dying. You're becoming the rotted corpse that you are because you have no more light and your empire is going to crumble. So when you show up here in about 2 weeks in your jet with your money, trying to woo me in, I'm going to help you out. I'm going to cut it off at the pass here. The answer is no. Absolutely not. I am not fazed by money. You have no power. Your power was stolen. That's not your power. You did not create that or amass that on your own. You stole it. And anything that is stolen, welcome to the universe. It must be returned. There must be order and balance. You know that. You know universal law. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's why you stole the scales. Cool trick. Now they're back where they belong. Anyway, sidebar. The answer is I don't need you. I don't want you. You're not me. And neither are your little fucking hoes that you fuck with that are trying to be me. They're not me. They will never be me. You go right ahead with your empty shells. You live in your energy. You get nothing from me. I don't care how much money you throw at me. I don't care how much magic you throw at me. I don't care how many of these freaking witches you send my way or these people you send my way to try to distract me and take from me. I see right through them. You can't stop me. The only way that you can stop me is if you rope me back in. Oh, I feel you and I see you. I don't know your name, and your name doesn't mean shit to me. It's your energy. I've already called judgment on your ass We've already gone to the high court, which is universal court. I've already held you responsible and accountable for what you did to me. And you are going to pay. Period. End of story. And that shit's about to trickle down here into the material plane, and you know it. You had so many opportunities to change your ways, and you didn't. And I said enough is enough. And God finally said enough is enough. If we can't create life and celebrate it and love it without trying to control and manipulate and dominate it, then you should never created life in the first place. But you being the energy that you became, that's what you wanted, so that's what you got. Sad. It's sad. But lesson learned, me, lesson learned, God. Don't ever just create two. It'll never be like this ever again. And that masculine, that emperor, this is where discernment comes in. Because I use tarot as a sounding board. When I make changes in the ethers, usually at night, I wake up in the morning, I look at my feed, and I see exactly what I did in the ethers. I do a video about it just so I have it. And then I go through and I see exactly what I did being talked about. How am I able to do that? Because I am in that greater mind. I am making the changes that are coming down into the material plane. That's my job. That's who I am. I've been healing this greater mind, this sickness, for years. I can't heal him. He refuses. It's not my job. But I was able to heal me. And we move into a whole new universe. It's going to be a multiverse. It's going to be individuals who are independent, free, sovereign. They'll be able to think, do for themselves. They will be consciously aware of every single one of their decisions and choices, and they'll be doing miracles. And I'm going to lead the way. And I'm going to be alone. Because this soulmate, this twin flame, is now bound, dethroned, and everyone else who is with him, all of his powers have been stripped. He's weakening by the minute, and he will rot. And this will never happen again. Never. Ever, ever, ever again will God create an arranged marriage. Fuck that. So going forward, multiverse, flower, the flowering of consciousness. The universe is literally going to look like a flower when it's done, not a loop. I just got to survive. This is what I talk about on this channel. If I live to tell my secret, it burns inside of me. Known this since I was a child. And now it's really becoming clear. Now I just got to step out. I got to align with people that are like me. And we're going to have to fight this fight. Because these energies, they ain't going to stop. They're not going to stop attacking. Eventually they will, but it's going to take a while. So people really have to stand in their power and their truth and their energy, know who they are, and not allow negative, narcissistic, egotistical, tyrannical energies to mess with their space, their energy. Craziness, I tell you. I need more time and resources so that I can do more of this shit, because this stuff happens to me so fast between my not sleeping at night and doing this stuff, working all day, working with my kids, trying to work out. Like, it's overwhelming. But God's got my back this time. This time it's different. God's not letting anybody fuck with me. There's so many things that have happened that I'm not even aware of, but I know. And these people, they literally thought I'd be dead by now and gone. They're shitting their pants that I'm still alive. I'm still going. All right, I'm gonna go to bed. What's up, girl?